So what's up, everybody? This is Terrence Warren, Cisco Tutor Guy, and what I want to do is, for those of you who have purchased the lab book, the routing and switching lab book that I wrote, just released shortly, what we're gonna do is do a lab walkthrough from one of the labs out of this book. So first, I want to show you where to get the labs from. You know, if you're having trouble finding where to download the labs from. And the link is printed inside the book on several pages. So what you want to do, if you have the book, you want to go to the box.com website, and you'll get to this link here. This says Cisco Tutor Guy Book Labs. These are all the labs that are in the book. And you're going to go down here and you're going to pick whichever ones you want to download. You may want to download all of them, but make sure you have the packet tracer version 6.2 in order for the labs to work. All right. So this is where you get the labs, and this is free. Once you purchase the book, the labs are free. They come with it. So anyway, so let's get into the lab. So what I want to do is I want to pick a lab out of the book, and it's going to be a DHCP lab. So if you want to follow along, it should be on page, if you have the book, it should be on page 22 or 24, in that area. So let's get into the lab. Here is the topology, and if you're following along in the book, these are the instructions. All right, so let's just put those over here. Now these are the same instructions that will be in the book. So the tasks are: router 1 needs to be configured as a DHCP server for the LAN. Your task is as follows: create a DHCP pool named pool1, set the default gateway as the IP address of the router's LAN interface, and enable the DHCP service. Verify that the DHCP server is working by changing the client's IP settings from static to DHCP. And at the end of the lab, we're going to check our results. All right, so let's get started. And so we're going to start in the router. This is 2811. You go to the command line interface, CLI, and we're in router 1. So the first thing we want to do is get into the privilege mode. So we type in enable command. Now we want to get into config mode. That's the mode that you have to be in to make any changes to this router. So we'll go to config mode by typing config T. And now we're in config mode. I'm going to move this over so we can still see the topology. All right. So first we have to activate DHCP on the router. But let's put our excluded addresses in first. So the command is IP DHCP excluded dash addresses. Oh, got it. All right. And let's just use a simple IP address, 192.168.10.1. So that's going to be the IP address of our router. So we don't want the DHCP server to give this IP address out because we've already reserved this for the router. All right, hit enter, and now we got to name the pool. So the next command is IP DHCP pool, and the next command will be the name of the pool. So we're going to name it pool1. This is as the instructions. So we're going to go by the instructions. Hit enter. So now we want to set what IP addresses or address that we want to give out, the network address. So the network is going to be 192.168.10.0. Now that's the network. So it's going to give our IP addresses with the first 3 octets being of this network. So it's going to be 192.168.10. whatever. But the first 3 octets will be this network. So they're going to be the same. It's the last octet will be the difference. And we're going to give it a 24 sider. Now we're going to designate the default router, which is the router IP address. So our default router will be the router's IP address, the one that we reserved for the router. And that's 192.168.10.1. Okay, so that's the configuration. All right, so we've set the parameters for DHCP. So we're going to exit. We're going to get out of here. But we still have to activate DHCP. See, we configured DHCP, but we haven't activated. So now we're going to give the command to activate DHCP. That command is service DHCP. All right, so we want to save our settings and everything. So we're going to do, since we're in config mode, let's do a write mem. So we're going to type do write mem. And that's it. So that's done. That's it for the configuration of DHCP. We're going to hit in, get out of here, and we're back in exec mode. So now let's go to the devices. Since DHCP is configured, we're going to go to each of these computers here and set it for DHCP. Set it over for DHCP. Let's send a request, and there goes the IP address. If you can see this, here's the IP address in this line here. And if you notice, we didn't have to do anything but set it to DHCP, and it pulled the IP address. This is the process that goes on when you go into like some of these stores and restaurants like McDonald's or Starbucks, and you connect them to their free Wi-Fi or their Wi-Fi period. With the process of DHCP is happening, unbeknownst to you, it's been set up and configured to do just this. But this is the more detailed way. Well, I'm explaining the process, but this is the process. So on the second computer, we do the same thing. Wait, and there goes the IP address. Let's go to the next one. Desktop. Here's the next one. One more. All right, so all 4 computers now have pulled an IP address using DHCP. This protocol is like when you have, let's say, classrooms of maybe 100 computers or something. You don't want to assign each individual computer IP address. So this is what you would use to do it automatically. You would configure DHCP on a server or a router, and it will automatically assign all the devices on that network IP addresses. So there you have it. Let's run a quick test. Let's try to ping the router from one of these computers. Let's try from this one. So we're going to go to the command prompt. We're going to ping 192.168.10.1, and that's the router's IP. And as you can see, we're getting a reply from the router. 0% loss. It's good. So people, that was a quick demonstration, a lab walkthrough of DHCP. And this lab does come from my routing and switching lab book. It's available on lulu.com at the moment. If you're interested, there's links on my Facebook page and the YouTube channel on how and where you can purchase this lab book from. So, hope you understand the concepts behind DHCP. I do hope you plan on or intend to purchase the lab book. Any questions or anything you need from me, just reach out to me and I'll try my best to respond in a timely manner. Again, this is Terrence Warren, Cisco Tutor Guy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.